Hello, my name's Mr Barford and I'm head teacher here at the Whitby High School. The purpose of this video is just to tell you a little bit about the school and to hopefully help you make your minds up and decide to send your son or daughter to this school. So I think for any organisation, one thing that's really important is to have a very clear sense of what you're trying to achieve, what your aims are. And at this school, we're very clear about what our aims are. In the first instance, we aim to prepare students for their adult life, for life when they leave the Whitby High School. So everything we do over the 5 or 7 years that they're with us is about that preparation for them to move on. We also aim for them to achieve as highly as they possibly can while they're with us. And by achievement, we don't only mean in an academic sense, we mean in every sense, whether that's a sporting sense, a musical sense, or just in terms of their own personal development. We aim that every student who attends this school develops respect and cares for themselves, for others and for their environment. And we also recognise that if a student is to achieve as highly as they can, then they need to enjoy the learning experience while they're with us. So enjoyment is very high on the school's agenda. And we also think that childhood is a very precious time and that children should enjoy their time being a student at the Whitby High School, but more importantly being a child. If you take the first letters from each of those words that I've just mentioned, it spells out the word PACE, and PACE is the word that we use with the children to help them remember the school's aims. But in order to achieve these aims, I think it's critical that a school has a very strong culture, and the culture at the Whitby High School is called the Whitby Way. And basically that's just the way we do things here at the Whitby. It's not the same as the way things are done in other schools locally. We know that, and they have their own way of doing things, but here at the Whitby, we have a very clear sense of who we are and the way that we do things. However, we recognise that if a child is to achieve their full potential while they're at the Whitby High School, it's absolutely critical that we have a three-way partnership between the school, the child and the parents and carers at home. So we will work very closely with you while the child is at the Whitby High School in order to develop those links and that collaborative work. As a parent myself, I understand that the most important thing of all is that your child is safe while they're at school. So safeguarding is very high on our list of priorities, and we work very closely with a wide range of colleagues to ensure the safety of the children while they're on site. We also recognise that children's physical and emotional needs are truly important as well. So in order to achieve excellence in that area, we have a large and very well qualified pastoral team who look after the children while they're at school. Each year group has a pastoral leader who is responsible for the welfare of all of the students in that year group, and they would be the first person that you would contact, the first port of call if there was any issue in school. But in addition to that, we have a much wider team surrounding that pastoral leader. We have an assistant leader, we have a pastoral director, and a whole range of people who are involved in the care of your children while they're with us. In addition, each student belongs to one of 5 houses, which creates a sense of belonging, but also a sense of competitiveness within the school community. We believe that at the heart of good learning is high quality inclusive teaching. So at the Whitby High School, we have a large and dedicated team of teachers. Each of those teachers is a specialist in a particular area, so we can guarantee that if your child comes to this school, they will be taught by a subject specialist. In addition, we have a large and again really well qualified learning support department who are experts in providing support for those students who need a little bit of additional help while they're in school. We also feel very strongly that the professional development of our staff is really important. So we're constantly striving to upskill our staff and to improve at the job that we do. We're also constantly striving to increase the inclusivity of our lessons. So for instance, my view is that every single lesson should be accessible to every single child in the school 100% of the time. And that is what we aspire to do here at the Whitby. The educational diet that your child receives while they're with us at the Whitby, or the curriculum as it's called, is a broad and balanced curriculum. What that means is that it's broad in terms of the depth of subjects that we offer. We're a large school and we're able to offer a wide range of subjects, everything from textiles to dance to engineering and many more subjects in addition. But at the same time, we focus a lot of time on those really important key subjects like English and maths to ensure that every student has the skills necessary to be successful both in school and later in life when they leave school. At the Whitby High School, we do not compromise on academic standards. We firmly believe that any child that comes to Whitby High School will be stretched equally as much as if they were attending a local grammar school. But at the same time, we firmly believe that any child that needs additional support to achieve the maximum they can achieve will receive that support here at the Whitby. Our curriculum is also very much context driven. So this school is in a particular area and surrounded by job opportunities of a particular type, and our curriculum reflects that. So for instance, we have many students in school studying engineering, studying construction, studying design technology. And that reflects the nature both of the industries that surround the school, but also in terms of the job opportunities that are available when children leave school. I'm very proud of the fact that the Whitby High School is the highest performing school in Ellesmere Port and has been over a considerable period of time. We achieve exceptionally good progress figures across a range of academic and vocational subjects at GCSE. We have a large and very successful sixth form. For instance, last year 97% of our students passed their A-levels and vocational qualifications in our sixth form. However, we also accept that school is about much more than academic qualifications, and it's that wider curriculum which is just as important, we feel, as the academic curriculum. One aspect of that is what we call character education. And that's that belief that, as well as the input from home, school also has an input into developing the character of the children who attend the school. Now, rather than just do that on an ad hoc basis, we have a very formal, systemised programme of character development, and we call that our PACE pledges. And the way that works is that over the course of the time that the children are with us, they take on a series of challenges which are designed to develop particular aspects of their character, things like leadership skills. And though those pledges are at 3 levels, so we have a bronze level where the student basically would just be involved in the activity, and we move right up to a gold activity where they would be leading that activity themselves. So you can see that throughout the time in school, the expectations are gradually ramped up. In addition to the PACE pledges, we also have many other things going on within school which help to widen and enrich the experience for the students. So for example, we have really strong international links with schools all over the world, and students regularly come to this school to experience the school life in this country, and our students regularly go abroad to experience life in other countries. We have a wide range of extracurricular activities and clubs within school, such that anything I think that your child would be interested in, we probably have a club that would cater for that. We offer work experience both in the main school and in the sixth form, and I think that is vital really in helping to develop children's understanding of the workplace and to give them some kind of insight into what they might like to do when they leave the Whitby. We are the largest facilitator of the Duke of Edinburgh Awards scheme in the local area and have large numbers of students every year taking part in that scheme. We also run a whole range of cultural and curriculum visits to all kinds of different places like theatres, to exhibitions, to museums, to art galleries, to concerts and so on. We have a wide range of foreign trips which run each year. In recent years we've been to Germany, to France, to Italy, to Spain, and currently in planning we have trips to New York, a trip to Rome, all kinds of different trips to all kinds of different exciting locations, which is all part really of that wider curriculum offer at the Whitby. Now, listening to me speak, you may be forgiven for thinking that I'm a little bit biased. Clearly I think this is a fantastic school, and I think this is the best place for you to send your daughter or son to. However, you might just be interested to hear what Ofsted said in their recent inspection of the school. The first thing I would say is that Ofsted judged us across a range of criteria, and in every aspect of that judgment we were judged to be a good school. Ofsted said that the leaders and staff have appropriately high expectations of pupils. At the Whitby we always have high expectations and we never lower those expectations. If your child isn't meeting those expectations, we will put in support to help them reach those expectations, but the expectation remains the same. Ofsted said that pupils, including students in the sixth form, benefit from a good quality of education, which is massively important because at the end of the day, that's the reason the children are here, to receive an education. They said that teachers ensure that pupils have a calm environment in which to learn. And again, as a parent, I think that's reassuring. You want your child to be sat in a classroom where it's possible for them to learn, where the environment is calm and learning can take place. And finally, and probably most important of all, Ofsted said that leaders and staff have an in-depth knowledge and understanding of safeguarding. Again, I come back to the point I made earlier, that as a parent, the single most important thing is ensuring that your child is safe. And that remains the school's number one priority. However, the best ambassadors for our school are our children and our staff. So I would urge you that if you get the chance to come in to see us at school, please do come in, take a look around and get to know some of our students and some of our staff.